Hey guys, welcome to Degrees of Shining. So this is the tutorial that goes along with the look that I created for Detrovoir Cosmetics contest, an Evil Woman contest. And as you know, I created a Siren, which is a mythological creature in both Roman and Greek mythology. In Greek mythology, they're considered more bird creature, and in Roman mythology, they're considered more sea creature, and from what you'll see at the beginning and the contest entry, it's a combination of both that I've done. So right now, I've started the look. There's nothing really on my skin. I moisturize, and what I'm doing now is covering my brows, and I'm just using a basic glue stick, a white glue stick, and in between each coat I let it dry for about 30 seconds to a minute, which is really, it dries really quickly. It might even be less than that. And of course, because my brows are so thick and so dark, I need to get several coats of that on, up to about 30. In order to cover them completely and to be able to put the makeup on over. Okay, the first thing I'm doing is I'm placing some Paint Pot on my lid, and you'll see I've got it right up to what is my brow right now, which will eventually end up covered. And a little bit down under my eye, on the inner part of my eye, underneath my eye. And this is going to be the foundation for the rest of the colors that I lay over. Okay, so I have that Delft Paint Pot, that's what I was using, Delft Paint Pot. It's kind of a teal, blue, green, rich color for foundation on my lids. And what I'm doing is, I'm showing you here some inspiration. I'm using a lionfish. I love the pattern on the lionfish or tigerfish. I think it's a lionfish. And so what I need to do is lay down white, and I'm going to replicate that kind of pattern, I think, along my nose and up onto my forehead. A lot of it will get hidden in the wig, unfortunately. You saw with Limerence, I had really great makeup, but it got kind of hidden by the wig. So now I'm going to take, for a base, NYX's White Milk Jumbo Stick, and I'm just going to lay this all over my forehead area, right down onto my nose. I'm going to draw that on, and then I'm just going to use my finger, and I'm going to bring it right over my brows to cover. Okay, so I've got that NYX Jumbo Stick all over, and now I'm going back with my Mehron palette, which I've sprayed. You've seen that huge palette that I use. And what I've done is I've sprayed the white, and I'm just taking a dampened makeup sponge. This is a Sonia Kushak. And I'm dabbing over that NYX, which I've used kind of like a paint pot as a base. Okay, what I'm doing now is laying down a turquoise colored base for my skin color, and I'm using this turquoise color, very pretty, from my Mehron Paradise palette. And all I'm doing is spraying that with a spray bottle, and taking the same Sonia Kushak sponge, which was dampened, dabbing that, and then going back and dabbing that over my skin in thin layer. And basically this is laying down the foundation for my skin color. Okay, so now I'm taking this pretty teal color from the Blue Sorcery Duo, and just a giant fluffy brush. This is a MAC 165, it was a limited edition special release brush. I'm just kind of dabbing in that, and I'm brushing that over the turquoise that I laid down, just deepening the color. So it's amazing what you end up doing with stuff in your collection. This came out with the Metal X collection last year. It's Verdigris. It is also a turquoise, teal, blue-green color. Taking the same sponge, and I'm just dabbing it. It's kind of a creamy makeup. And again, I'm using that to deepen that turquoise base that I laid down. So I'm covering my skin, neck, ears. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm going to lay some pigment over my lid, over the Delft Paint Pot, and this is that pigment from the Magic Mirth and Merriment collection, and it is, what color is this? This is deep blue green, which is perfect. So I'm just taking a flat eyeshadow brush and laying that over my lid, the entire lid. Okay, so now I'm going to deepen that blue-green color that I laid down on the lids, and I'm using a pigment from the Hip collection, and this is Striving, and again, it's a super dark teal blue-green. And I'm just laying that on the outer third of my, up onto my brow, and then into the outer V. Now I want to create some contouring on my face, and I'm taking that same color from the Hip collection, the Striving, and I'm taking a fluffy brush, and I'm kind of sucking in my cheeks to create contour. So you see I have a line here. Okay, so now I have some contouring. I'm taking the same deep blue pigment on sponge, and now I'm going to deepen the teal blue green color on my neck and on my chest. Okay, all I'm doing now is I'm going back in with the same fluffy brush that I used to do the contouring on my face, and I'm just blending out all of that color up onto my brows, over my lid. Okay, what I'm doing now is putting some more color on my forehead, laying down that color that I'm going to actually put the lionfish or tigerfish design over. Just making sure that it's completely covered. So I'm using that light turquoise color. Now I'm going back in with that same blue-green color from the blue Sorcery fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna brush that over completely to set that lighter turquoise. Okay, to deepen the contour on my face, I'm going to take a beautiful royal blue color. This is from the color design palette from Lancome. I think it was called Indigo Charm. I'm going to take one of these blues, this one here. Again, small fluffy eyeshadow brush, tap off, and I'm going to deepen the contour with a royal blue. Okay, so now I'm going to start working on the design of the lion or tigerfish on my face, and I'm taking that deep blue-green pigment, and I've got it on a palette. And what I did was I sprayed it with some Fix Plus and some mixing medium from Mehron, and I'm just taking a brush, pointy brush, blending that out, pointy paintbrush, and I'm going to go ahead and doodle on the design from the lionfish. And so what I'm going to do is do the darker color first, and then I'll go back in and highlight with white. So that's showing up very nicely. It's in the same color family that I'm using. And I'm just kind of, it's symmetrical on both sides, but the design itself is very abstract. Hopefully you're getting an idea of what I'm doing here. I'm just laying it on both sides of my forehead. Okay, so I'm still working on the lionfish design, and what I've done is I brought some color down below my lower lash line. You can see I have more of a design on my forehead, and I'm adding some more of the design below my eyes. Again, going for symmetrical but very abstract in the actual pattern. Okay, now what I'm doing is taking the black from my Mehron palette, I've already sprayed, and I'm taking that same pointy brush and I'm going ahead and lining a thick black liner with a cat wing. A little bit below